everyone, welcome to Remote STEM class. Happy Monday, it's Mr. Dowd here. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. So we're going to continue on with your household object. Mine's a toothbrush holder. I know I'm repeating myself, but I guess I kind of need to these days. But anyways, as another reminder, please join the class. If you don't know the code, here's the code. And if you don't feel like copying it down, message me in class and I'll send you the code. It's very easy. If you're having trouble logging into Tinkercad and joining the class, please let me know. I am here to help you. Okay? But let's continue on where we were. Okay, so last time I got the math right of what sides I want. Oh, actually, sorry. My bad. Last time I did 120 instead of 140. My bad. So let's just make this another, let's see, 10 on each side. So I want it to be 120. Let's just change these to 120. I could have just copied it, but I already kind of have them in a general place I like. So let's just extend these. I was going to say, because that seemed too long on either side. And then 120. Okay. So I got the lengths right. I got the widths right that I want. Now I need to get them placed correctly. So they're all through, which is good. Because remember, if it's not, the hole isn't through all the way, when I go to group it, it won't cut through all the way. So then it'll be like a little indent instead of a hole, like that. All right, so I want to have 10 on each side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another box. It doesn't really matter how long it is, but I want it to be 10. Okay, so that means I can put this on the edge here. I don't want to look at this. And I can just drag that over just so that there is right there. Okay. Also, just as a reminder, use a mouse is way easier than using your keypad or your trackpad, whatever you call it. Remember, so you can zoom in and out with the roller. You can hold down the roller to pan on that angle, or you can hold down the right trigger to rotate. But if you're using your trackpad, you hold down Shift and you click on your trackpad. Oh, is it Shift and then go? Yep, so Shift and then click and you can drag, or Control Shift and you can drag. Right? And then Control, hold down Control. So hold down Control to run around or to orbit. All right. And if you forget those tools, I can message me and I'll send you that link to that little tips and tricks or shortcuts thing from Tinkercad. Anyways, let's continue on. So I know I have 10 on this side. And I know that these are all 120. So if I just push these over, just like that, and have them touching, I want to have these, so let's make them, that's too far. So I want these to be right against that. All right, you see how the shadow is there? That means it is against that back. All right, so if I can just put those all against, that means that I should have 10 on this side also. Okay. Now I need to get them correct this way. So again, I need to make another box. So I'm going to Control C, Control V, pull that over. I'm going to rotate it. Remember that little arrow, the arrows to rotate. I'll put this right up against this corner this time. And then I can start placing it the other way. And I can start cutting. And we'll be good to go. All right, guys, that'll be for next class. It's going to be very little tedious work, but I'm giving you guys plenty of time to do this. All right, I hope you guys enjoy it. But anyways, happy Monday. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hello, hello, hello. I have an extra roll of these and I'm going to make little finger sandwiches out of them with ham and cheese. I had this extra roll left over from Thanksgiving, and so instead of making it for an extra dinner roll at night, which we really don't eat dinner rolls usually, it's just because it was Thanksgiving we did. I'm gonna make this into little sandwiches. So I'm gonna show you how to do it as soon as I open it. It seems to be an issue today. You know, you can peel it right here and then it pops. Sometimes I bang it on my counter. There we go. Jeez, this is like annoying. There we go. All right, so these you roll up on the tray, but before we roll them up, we're gonna put a little bit of cheese in them and a little bit of ham. And then we're gonna roll them up and put them in the oven. You still cook them the same amount of time that you would with regular rolls. So, taking them out. And so they come like this. So I'm just gonna lay them down. I'm gonna put a piece of ham in, and a piece of cheese. I'll show you what it looks like in a few minutes. And then I'm gonna roll it up so it looks like this. And then I'm gonna put them on the pan. So if you have these before, you know you roll them from the fat side to the skinny side. And you could actually do this with pretty much anything. You can make like a cinnamon, so you can make your own cinnamon rolls with like cinnamon and sugar and some butter. Okay, so I am going to make, I think about 12 of these. I'm not sure how many is in a container. Let's see. 8 of these, which is actually good. These would be like a good little snack for like a football game or basketball game or whatever. If you're watching a movie and you're hungry but you don't want a huge meal, you can make these and then cook them for, I'd say, about 10 minutes. And the cheese and the ham are gonna melt. And the rolls will brown. See? They look good already. You could also do this. Ooh, you could also do this with hot dogs. That would be pretty cool. Little hot dogs, you could put them inside and roll them up. Okay. So, I'm gonna cook them. I have a couple more to do. I'm gonna cook them for about 10 minutes. And then I will show you when I take them out what they look like. And like I said, if you don't like ham, you could just put cheese in them. Or you can make like even little pizzas out of them if you want, like little pizza bites. You could put cheese and like a pepperoni in them. So, fun stuff. Cooking is like a science experiment. Sometimes it comes out good, sometimes not so much. These always come out good. It's pretty hard to mess these up unless you burnt the rolls. Right? Okay, so we have 4. We have 7 because I don't know, this part of the roll didn't come out very good. So, all right, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. See? So I'm gonna put them in the oven for 10 minutes. Then I'll show you what they look like when they come out. Look at these, yum. Perfect timing for me. So these are done. See how they're brown on the top? So they're done, they're brown on the top. And they're also brown on the bottom. So they're cooked. I would even leave them on here so they could brown up some more. See how the cheese is all melty? There. And all set. So I would let them cook for a few minutes on the cookie sheet, and then they're good to go. They smell awesome. So something for you to try for like a snack if you're watching a movie or watching a game or just want something to eat before to get you through the afternoon. Like in the afternoon when you're done school. All right, see you guys next time.
Hey Gators, welcome back to Language in Play. All right, so today what we are going to do is we are going to start our outlines for our plays, our holiday plays. All right, what you can see here is first, I have a cast of characters. So I've created my one character, Wally the Walrus, who you guys have met. All right, and that's going to be the protagonist. All right, Wally is going to be the protagonist in my show. All right, and we've talked about the protagonist. That's the main character who most of the action surrounds upon. Okay, we also need other characters in the show, and these are just some of my brainstorm ideas. I know that another character in the show is going to be Sally the Seal. How do I know that? Well, if I go back and look at my character profile, I know that Sally the Seal is Wally's most important being. Okay? So I have at least one other character, and all of you have at least one other character who can be in the show. Now is where you got to get creative. Okay? Oops, I spelled penguin wrong. Now is where you got to get creative. This is where you start thinking of other characters that might fit into a show. And I decided to think of some other northern characters. So a penguin. I named him Barry the Penguin. And Carrie the Caribou. All right, caribous are a fun little animal, kind of like a big moose. All right, or a deer with fuzzy antlers. So I have these different characters here. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to look at my 4-scene outline. There are going to be 4 scenes in your play. Scene 1 is the exposition. This is where you introduce the characters, introduce the conflict, and introduce the setting, all right, where those things take place. This is the beginning of the show where you start to begin to show the theme of your show. What is the main point of your play? Scene 2 is going to be the rising action. This is where characters become involved in the conflict and begin to confront it. Scene 3 is the climax. This is where characters face the conflict head on, okay? And they try to overcome it. This is where the big moment in the play happens. And scene 4 is the falling action. This is the resolution to your play. All right, the characters are able to resolve whatever conflict has happened, and this is also where the theme of your play is reinforced. So if the theme is friendship, all right, and we'll say the theme is friendship between Wally and Sally, at the beginning, I want to show that Wally and Sally are friends. The rising action, something happens to Wally and Sally's friendship. Okay, maybe Sally tells a lie to Wally and Wally doesn't trust her anymore, right? The climax could be Wally, needs Sally for something, but he doesn't trust her and decides maybe he'll give her another shot. And then finally, in the falling action, Sally could apologize for lying to Wally, and they become friends again and live happily ever after. All right, so that's just a short example of how to use each one. What you're going to focus on today is coming up with your cast of characters and scene 1. All right, notice there are 4 bullet points here. You are going to come up with at least 4 events. So each bullet point is an event that happens in the scene. Okay? So you're not putting a description, you're putting something that actually happens on each of these lines. All right? So for today's assignment, only scene 1. Okay? We're not doing all of the other scenes, only scene 1. I want to see at least 4 events, 4 things that happen to introduce the characters, to introduce the conflict, and to introduce the setting. All right, give it your best shot. If you have questions, you can ask. Other than that, I can't wait to see what you come up with. Great job, Gators.
Hi guys. So last week we talked a lot about architecture, but we were talking about the exterior parts of the architecture. Today we're going to make a drawing of the interior of a room. So that would be the architecture from the inside. We're going to start by just making a vanishing point in the center of your paper. Right about there is good. And I'm going to ask you to make lines starting out at the corner, and they're going to diagonally move to the vanishing point. So you're just making diagonal lines starting from all the corners, and they're going to merge to where the vanishing point is. So any diagonal lines we make with this drawing will appear to be pointing towards that vanishing point. And we're going to be creating the look of the perspective of looking into the room. Okay? But it's important that you make your diagonal lines appear to be pointing towards the vanishing point, touching the vanishing point. So that's the first step. Next, we're going to be making something similar to this image here. We're going to make the back wall first. So just below the vanishing point, right about there, I am going to be making a line, a horizontal line across. I want to make a vertical line over here, straight up and down, vertical. And over here, another vertical line. And then at the top, I'm going to be making a horizontal line. So I have what looks like a rectangular shape in the back. This is going to be the back wall of the room. You can now go ahead and erase the lines, those straight diagonal lines back there, but you want to keep that vanishing point in place because we will need that again. Okay. Next, you want to think about what kinds of things you're going to be having in your room. Will you have windows? Will you have doors? And what kind of furniture? So we're going to start off by making a door. Now in this image here, they have a door in the back on that back wall. So that's kind of an easy one to do. So you're just going to make the top of the door just a horizontal line, and then the sides, and those lines should be straight and parallel to the edge of your paper. So I'm just making some vertical lines now. So that's going to be the door at the back of the room. And maybe there's a little window. So go ahead and make a little bit of a window. I'm going to make the top of the window be on the same line across next to the door. Okay. So it's starting to look like the inside of a room already. I have my door, my window, and those nice diagonal lines. Okay. Next, I want to make something hanging on the wall here. So this is where my vanishing point comes in. I'm going to use that vanishing point, place my ruler so that it's touching on that vanishing point. And right about here, I'm going to make the bottom of a window maybe. I'm going to make a vertical line that is parallel with this line. That means just as straight and not crooked or slanted. It's going straight up. On this side as well, I want that line to be nice and straight. Okay, that top line, I need to use my vanishing point. Any diagonal lines that you're making need to match up with that vanishing point. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Maybe just erase that a little bit. Yeah, so I like how it looks. It's starting to look pretty good. Now, I'm going to continue on later adding some other things up on the wall, but I just want to show you how to make a piece of furniture. So if you want to make a bed like that, you're going to be using that vanishing point again, And I'm just going to make a little line right about here. Okay, that's going to be part of the bed. I'm going to make another line going across, which is also going to be part of the bed. There, it's going to go over that line a little bit. I'm going to make another line back here, which is going to be kind of like the back part of the bed. But we want to use that vanishing point to give it the illusion that the bed is actually on the floor in this space. Sometimes people draw beds and it looks like it's standing straight up, like against the wall. And that's because the person did not use a vanishing point to draw it. All right, I'm going to erase that original line that we had in there, that guideline we don't really need anymore. All right, so now I'm going to make the sides of the bed kind of like the mattress part, and then we can make it look like there's a blanket on it. Oops, so I'm using my vanishing point now because I'm doing a diagonal line. I'm going to bring that right down to about here. This line's going to come straight down like that. And another horizontal line and a vertical line. All right, we're going to stop right here today. We're working on creating the interior of a room, and we're using that one-point perspective, using one vanishing point. I'll see you next time.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Virtual PE. I'm Miss Reedy. All right, it's Monday again, and we need to get back into the swing of things. We're going to continue with the cardio kickboxing. We're going to do some side kicks, alrighty? And then we're going to do some front punches. We're going to do some squat punches. And we're going to do some knee strikes during the activity. All right, so let's get to it, guys.
All right, kids, happy Friday. We made it through another week, so let's end it off good with a nice workout. Today, we're going to work on our lats, which is part of our back, okay, and our traps. Our traps are our neck muscles. We've done these before. Okay, and again, 2 exercises. Give you time to get your weights before we get on with the workout. Okay, our first exercise, which is for our lats, our back, okay, is just going to be a 1-arm row. It's going to be 10 reps each arm. Okay, after we do 10, then we switch. Okay, 10 for this arm. All right. After that, for our traps, our neck, we're going to do what is called a shrug. You're just holding your weights, and you're just raising your shoulders up. Keep your arms straight. Do not bend your elbows. Arms straight. Raise your shoulders up, okay? Go get your weight, come right back, let's get on with it.
Thanks for watching Enrichment TV, Gators. Remember, work hard, be nice, and we'll see you tomorrow.